is about the increasing number of waste refugees that are being found in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans around the world. Many people are automatically pointing the blame at the waste itself, but the man in our next story is shining a new light on this controversial topic.
Hello, Mr. Soda.
Hello, Monica.
I understand that you are currently trying to start a movement to bring the subject of waste refugees into the spotlight. Can you please tell us more?
Absolutely. Every year, the average American accumulates 1,460 pounds of garbage. That works out to be 444 billion pounds of garbage per year. Every day, we dispose of 200 million tons of garbage. The landfills where my friends and family used to be dumped are filling up. Now, we are being dumped into the oceans.
So you get dumped into the ocean outside the U.S. and then you just float around a bit? Or do you go anywhere else?
We actually travel the oceans. Those of us that aren't eaten by tiger sharks travel to places like Hawaii or Europe. And then following the currents come back to North America, only be treated like illegal immigrants.
I'm sure that it must be difficult.
It sure is.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Soda.
No problem.
Now over to our human weatherman, Ollie Williams.
It gonna rain!
Actually, it's supposed to be sunny today, but what do I know? Continuing on the globalization note, this next story is about a sunray and his families and the struggles they are facing. Hello, Mr. Bright.
How are you doing?
Very well. So what is this problem that you and your family are facing?
Well, it all started back in the 1800s with a thing called the Industrial Revolution. Before that point, me and my fellow sunrays would make the daily trips to Earth to help light up the human day. When the Industrial Revolution started, carbon dioxide started to get caught in the atmosphere, and more sunrays started to get caught, and it is becoming increasingly harder to get back to the sun.
I see. This is also becoming a problem down here on Earth, because we need the sun to survive. But we don't want too much, or things start to go bad down here.
Yes, I understand this dilemma of yours, but you have to understand that we do not wish to cook your planet. We would leave if we could, but the greenhouse gases will just not leave us alone.
I understand. And everyone down here will try to work to lessen this problem, so that you, your friends, and your family can make it back to the sun where you belong.
Thank you very much.
Although these seem like two daunting problems, many humans are banding together to help solve this issue. We now go to Jennifer in the field with our human guest, Mr. Brandon Bailey. Many in the water community are becoming concerned about what is being thrown into our oceans and falling in our rain droplets, and we're wondering what the human race is doing to solve this problem.
First, there have been many stricter pollution laws, as pollutions are being dumped into the water system. Many countries within Asia, Europe, and North America have created strict laws dealing with the efficiency of energy use in appliances, reducing the emissions of CO2. Also, more than 150 countries have signed the Kyoto Accord.
What is the Kyoto Accord?
It is our hope to reduce emissions of CO2 by 52% by 2012.
Well, for all our sakes, I hope these efforts will be enough. Thank you, Mr. Bailey.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in to Global News. On behalf of everyone here, I'm your host, Jennifer, and I hope you enjoyed this segment of Global News.
This thing on?
Yeah, this is the last thing that's going to come. Turn it the other way, Brenna.
And then you're done.
No, Brenna.
Brendan, you're backwards.
Speaking of weather, Many of you may have noticed that this has been one of the hottest years on record. Sorry about that. Continue on the globalization. Ollie Williams.
It's gonna rain!
Brandon!
Mr. Soda,
Hello, Monica.
I understand that you are currently trying to start a movement to bring the subject of waste refugees into the spotlight. Could you please tell us more?
Absolutely. Every year, the average American accumulates 1,460 pounds of garbage. That works out to 440 billion pounds of garbage per year. Every day, we dispose of 200 million tons of garbage. The landfills where my friends and family used to be dumped are filling up. Now we are being dumped into the oceans.
So you get dumped in the ocean outside the U.S. Then you just float around a bit. Or do you go anywhere else?
We actually travel the oceans. Those of us that are being eaten by tiger sharks travel like places to Hawaii. Or Europe, and following the currents come back to North America, only to be treated like illegal immigrants.
I'm sure that must be difficult.
It sure is.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Soda.
No problem. 160 pounds of garbage.
Brandon, you have to keep going.